Here we go again. You're a slobber machine, you know that? Happy Easter, everyone. Yeah, even you big slobber machine. Look at this guy showing his butt. Come on, be rude. Don't be rude. Morning, Scott. Good morning, Brian. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Janine. Happy Easter. You're almost looking at the camera. That's what you should be doing as a good host, not just rubbing your head on the TV tray. But that's what you're going to do, aren't you? Start this one out slow today by letting you watch your bite rub up against the TV tray here. Right? That's what we're going to do today. Is that going to be the live stream? Yeah. You'd be perfectly happy with that, wouldn't you? Are you a good kitty or are you a slobber machine? I think it's the latter, aren't you? Yeah, you're a slobber machine. You shake your head and the drool goes out like a sprinkler head. Yes, it is. You get everything wet when you shake your head. All right, well, that's that part of the show. Let's see, what do we got going on here? My mom is doing well. We talked to her a little bit last night. I've mentioned this before. My mom is not a tech person. So every once in a while, she loses the link that I sent her to get access to her online streaming for the church service and also for my vlog and for my live streams. And she lost that link again yesterday. So actually, lost it a couple of days ago. I forgot to give it to her that last night. So, or the night before. So I gave it to her last night. She really wanted to watch the Easter service. So she was very, very eager to get that. What is my mom doing today? I'm guessing she's home watching her live stream. Not this one, her church service. She still follows the church that my dad and her and she went to when they lived in Southern California. Can't really necessarily get out these days to go to her own church here, find a church up in Sacramento or well Folsom where she lives, but she still likes to keep up with the one in Long Beach, or I guess it's Lakewood technically. Will my mom be calling? Probably not. Not today. Like I said, she's watching her church service. So happy Easter to you too, Stu. All right, Janine has brownies in the oven here. Let's all go to Janine's house. We'll finish the live stream from there. No, my mom's still in the rehab place, but she's making progress. Her problem is, and I've said this before, she just went, you know, uh, being off of her feet for a while. She, stepped back quite a ways, and she has to kind of get back to where she was. The surgery is doing well. She's healing up really well. Oh, that cold water's good. Yeah, that was for you. I know you got your attention because they're staring at me now. Rigatoni sounds good too. I like just about any kind of pasta though. It's hard to go wrong with pasta. No, no tortoises for Beth. I was actually surprised how few tortoises they had there. And it was just the little aquatic ones. I don't think I saw a single non-aquatic turtle there. Even some of the people I commented on, talked to there said, yeah, it's unusual how few turtles there are here. I was really looking for one though. I guess that's sort of a traveling show because I see them advertising now that they're going to be in Austin in like a week or two. A lot of the stuff there, I think I mentioned this on the video, was incredibly expensive. So there wasn't anything there that I was thinking I would bring home. I'm not sure I'd be a snake person. I think they're beautiful. I like looking at them from a distance. Um, if I were to get something, it'd probably be a lizard, maybe an iguana or something like that. I had an iguana for a short while as a kid, and that was kind of cool. And they had some really nice iguanas there. But everything was, like I said, really expensive. Yeah, actually, I like toads too. You had some baby toad. They're big. You had big. They're big now, huh? They grow fast. I wouldn't. I don't know. Yeah, I've never had one as a baby. Flash was an adult. Yeah, I think I mentioned that on the video. This is not going to be the video for everyone. A lot of people don't like snakes. I get it. You know, but I think they're beautiful animals. I just don't want to be. I'm not into a pet that I have to feed something else alive to. Bugs, it's one thing, but snakes, if you're having to feed them, mice or rats or something like that, no, I'm not going to do that. Was the most difficult pet I had to take care of? I don't know. I guess I never really thought about it as being, a lot of work to have pets. I've just always loved having animals in my life. So I don't know if I could name, what was the most difficult one. I've had a wide variety of things, though. Jill liked the reptile one. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, I enjoyed going there. When I saw that thing advertised, I said, "Oh man, I got to go to that." Because I began seeing it advertised on my Facebook profile, and then, of course, when I did the previous vlog and was out and about, I saw it up on the sign there, and that kind of reminded me a little bit that I wanted to go do that. They have some great shows that go through that convention center. So yeah, there were a lot of people that were buying things. So they do good business. They must do good business because those people wouldn't travel around all the time, if they weren't selling things. I still think the most amazing thing that I saw there was that vulture, the thing that was just sitting up there with its wings up and spread. That thing was awesome. I don't even think that was for show or for sale. That was just there to look at. Boa constrictor when you were for 6 years when you were a teenager. A lot of kids had snakes when they were a kid. I know that. I knew a lot of people that had pet snakes. Like I said, I enjoy snakes. I think they're beautiful animals. I don't know if I'd want one as a pet. Remember when I found that one in the yard a couple weeks ago when I was planting the garden out front. It's kind of cool knowing they're here. Come on, bite. Come up and visit. You know you wanna. This is where the kitty treats are. Yeah, lizards are cool. I like the fact that there's lizards and chameleons and stuff like that living in the yard. I see them all the time. In fact, I got a video coming up that and where I just happened to capture a couple of chameleons in the backyard having a war. Never know what you're going to find in Texas. Yeah, beautiful turtles there. Happy Easter to you too, Gene. Yeah, I agree. They're very interesting and misunderstood creatures. They actually do a lot of good. They cut down the rodent population. Just a lot of people are just really freaked out by snakes, and I get it. That's to be understood. They look slimy and they're flicking their tongue at you, and I don't think the owl was for sale either. That was a beautiful owl, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that was just there for show. That and the vulture or whatever that was. No bite. I don't know. No kitty treats if you don't come up and say hi. Yeah, I know. I thought that seemed sad for those snakes too, but I guess snakes are very comfortable in a small environment. You got to remember, when they're sleeping during the day, or cooling off because they're reptiles, they pull into a little hole there. So, that's obviously very suitable for them. I'm sure they probably live in a larger environment when they're not at a show. Right. Wouldn't that thing look awesome on my house? It'd be one of those little subtle things that would just add to the sense of dread that I'm looking for at my house on Halloween. Not even make a big deal about it. Just put it up there on the roof and have it looking down, glaring at people as they come. Happy Easter to you too, Beth. Well, that was what surprised me the first time because I thought it was just a advertisement for like a taxidermist or something because I didn't realize it was alive until it moved. Yeah, no, I get it with snakes that are venomous. I wouldn't want venomous snakes in my yard either. Oh, I love deviled eggs. Happy Easter to you too, Tracy. Uh-oh, Spaniel Mom just sent me on something on Facebook. I might be in trouble here. Looks like it's a bunch of pictures of turtles. Look a little like Flash. Definitely move like Flash. Hey, what can I say? I love Halloween. So those are just wandering around your house? That's kind of cool. Yeah, you have to join Facebook to see all that. Am I cooking or eating out? I'll probably cook. I don't know what yet. Might even be a cooking vlog. I don't know. Find something good and Eastery. That's cool that you feed them. I really enjoy having Flash around the yard. She's a cool tortoise. You know, it's almost been a year now since she got here. End of the month, or beginning of next month, basically, when I came back from California. You know, honestly, I've never had lamb. I don't know what I'll have. Maybe I'll see if I can find some rabbit. That would be really Eastery, right? Or a little twisted, one or the other. Why? I think it depends on the species. Um, you know, some of those giant Galapagos tortoises you see that people ride around on, they could be hundreds of years old. Now, it seems to me somebody said at one point, or I looked it up, and Flash's species, he's only supposed to. live for, 45 or 50 years. I think Flash is way older than that. And, maybe it's just an issue. That's how long they live in the wild. But when they're in captivity and have a constant source of food and water and all that, who knows? Yes, a lot of blue bonnets. In fact, I think I got a video coming up of that. If I didn't already do it, I think I maybe already did it. I already posted a blue bonnet video, didn't I? I think I pushed that one to the front of the list. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've never knowingly had lamb. Lamb is good, huh? All right. Yeah, it isn't some weird hang up I have over it or something. It just, I don't know. It's never, an opportunity has never presented itself so far as I know. I mean, I've had different types of, you know, less than common types of meats. I've had venison, I've had buffalo. Yeah, Jordan is spending a lot of time in Florida right now. Lamb with mint jelly, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't imagine. I can't imagine mixing any kind of meat with jelly, but I don't know. Maybe it's really good. You got to come up here for it, though. Come on, you gonna do it? It's not gonna eat itself. Okay, well, we'll just set it there in case you change your mind. But you got to come visit us before you're gonna get anything to eat. That's the rules. You know the rules. My live stream, my rules. All right, Rhonda's here. No, I've never been to a MegaCom convention. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I really crave the water this morning. Might have to go back for thirds at some point. Happy Easter, Bill. Wasn't sure whether we'd get a whole bunch of people here or not today because it's Easter, but you know what? I'm here. A Greek restaurant in Dallas called Zizkis. I don't know. I don't even know how you pronounce that. All right. The Sears love the Reptile show. That's cool. That was a fun place. I'm glad I went to that. I follow a lot of that stuff on Facebook just because, I know they advertise things and I'll see that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a whole bottle of vodka a day. You're right. I mean, we're 20 minutes into this, 25 minutes into this. I'm halfway through my first glass of water. Like I said, I might need a refill. Bill stopped in for a little bit between studying and church events. Okay, that's cool. Thank you for stopping in, making a hole for us. Yeah, it's really water. If I really drank that much vodka, I'd be asleep right now. But it's a joke we do for Charlotte and Logan because it makes them happy. Tossikis, is that how it's pronounced? It would be an interesting live stream. It would, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would just end with me being asleep on the couch. It must be the first Flaming Lips t-shirt because I think it's the only Flaming Lips t-shirt I have. I don't think I have another one. This is the one I got at the concert when I went with Jordan. I don't know, when was that? Last summer? That was a great show. No, I think it was in October because I remember I took a night off of Silo of Screams to go to it. Yeah, it must have been Jordan because Jordan's seen the Flaming Lips a few times because I don't have any Flaming Lips posters either. All I have is the Guided by Voices stuff and a couple of vintage Candyland Riots posters. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been aware of the Flaming Lips for a long time because one of the CD factories I worked for was Warner Brothers, and the Flaming Lips are on Warner Brothers label. So I remember when they do CD sales at work from time to time, I always find Flaming Lips stuff. Thank you, Charlotte and Logan. Happy Easter to you too. Knitting thumbs again. No, no, we didn't meet at a Flaming Lips concert. We met at a Guided by Voices concert. When I went to see Flaming Lips back in October, that was my first. That was my first time ever seeing him. Like I said, I was aware of their music, and Jordan had, you know, gotten me more into them. Like I said, I was aware of them way before I met Jordan, but I became more aware of them, when I saw how much Jordan was a fan of them. In fact, Jordan bought me my first Flaming Lips album. Yeah, well, trolls are eternal. Hey, Jeff Kidd, how are you? Happy Easter. Never heard of Oscar Peterson. Not really a jazz person though either. So I don't know. Maybe that's the Michael Jackson of jazz, but I don't know. Yeah, the bridge is supposed to be done. I think next week they're having the big opening ceremony. Unfortunately, they're doing it on Saturday, so I don't think I'm going to be able to be there. Is that next? No, I think it's 2 weeks, but they're going to have a big ceremony on a Saturday. I think in 2 weeks. I think they're supposed to be running a herd of cattle across it, which should be kind of interesting. Yeah, I bet you the Good Friday through Easter Sunday thing is a busy couple days for a pastor. No, the girls loved it when I mentioned them in the vlog. That's cool. Yeah, I still don't have a record player. I tried to find a light pattern that would work well in that thing, and that was the closest thing I could find that was really Eastery. I don't think that's what the skinny pigs were there for at all, Rhonda. I think they were selling them just like they were selling everything else because they had those hedgehogs too. Yeah, Holy Week, right? Got the hubby a turntable. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of wild hogs here. I guess they have some of it in some areas, more out in the rural areas, I guess. Hedgehog is the next pet. Oh, okay. but don't tell the hubby. I hope he's not watching because that might have just been a spoiler alert. Oh, the CD player is actually a CD DVD Blu-ray player, and it's just I just have a what is it? It's a Yamaha 5.1 system. Nothing special, but I can move some air in here. Wild hogs. You thought I was talking about movies? Oh, okay. Now you have a massive vinyl collection. I have a few pieces of vinyl, but like I said, I don't have a turntable, so it doesn't do a whole lot of good for me. And most of what I have for vinyl is guided by voices. At one point, you know, I was what they called a completist. I bought everything that they had, and if it was in multiple formats, I'd buy it on every format. Now, when I moved here, I ended up selling off a lot of the collection because I needed a little bit of money to get me going on that. But sold a couple of my propellers, and those were the big things because those, you know, went for a couple thousand each. But one of the kind of the neat things about Guided by Voices is they release stuff in very limited first editions, and then when it's gone, it's gone. Oh, hubby's a Pink Floyd fan. Yeah, I like Pink Floyd too. Old Pink Floyd though. I think they kind of lost it for me when Roger Waters left. David Gilmour has his moments, but you know, like the Beatles wouldn't be the Beatles without both John and Paul. Pink Floyd wasn't Pink Floyd without both Roger and David. Never really gave Division Bell much of a listen. I don't even think I have that one, but I like, you know, like Umaguma. I like Metal. I like Animals, Dark Side of the Moon, The Wall. Yeah, for the most part, I think that's the case of most bands. They, for the most part, their albums don't get better and better. You know, I think the best first albums are usually the first. You know, the best albums are usually the first ones. I've wanted to sync those things up for a long time, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. Oh, you brought the thing home on a motorcycle? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, which one is pink, right? Your rock course book even talks about the sync up. Yeah, I like I said, I expected there'd be some kind of correlation between the two of them, but it was way more than I was expecting. it blew me away. And I mean, I've talked to all sorts of people now who've done it too, and they say, yeah, yeah, it's a you know it's a heck of a coincidence if it is a coincidence. They find any hidden messages in the sink? No, no. Yeah, I haven't seen Peg in a while, have we? Angela, on the other hand, she's kind of intermittent. Sometimes she's in, sometimes she's out. Yeah, I took the train set down. We're just back to our normal set over there now. I decided I was gonna, wasn't gonna keep it up all year round. It'll be one of those things that'll be fun, around the Christmas season, and then we'll take it down, at least for now. The pool's coming along great. Yeah, I'm really glad I followed the pool people's place, their suggestion not to throw a bunch of chemicals in there because, shocking it and putting chlorine in there and just letting the pump do its thing. The pool's nice and clear again, and the vacuum's doing a good job keeping the bottom uh, nice and clean. So yeah, pool's all we got to do now is wait for the temperature to come up. Yeah, it's quite a quinky dink. Was Jordan vlogging when I first met him? No, no, that was way before. He was in a rock band at that when I first met him. I think Jordan's only been vlogging for what, 6 years or so, 6 or 7 years. Because you believe it's been more than 4 years since I started. That blows me away. I think that because I didn't think for a second that I would continue doing this for more than a month or two, but here we are 4 years into it. How do you shock a pool? Do I scare it? Yeah, that's what I do. I just go out there and show it my face, and that usually does it. It basically kills anything in the pool having to look at me. So no, it's shocking a pool. It's a chemical that you put into it. It's a concentrated chlorine, I believe. And basically, that's what they call it. They call it shocking the pool. And then you put the dissolvable chlorine tabs in there, and that kind of maintains everything. Did he invite you to one of his shows? Yes, I've been to a whole bunch of his shows. Most of his most of his shows. In fact, I got video of I don't know, 6 or 7 of them. I used to have it. I have used to have them up on YouTube, but when I started vlogging, I pulled all that stuff down because someday we're going to put it up. One of these days, I want to go visit Jordan. One of the things I want to do is do a Candyland Riots documentary. And at that point, because I've got all the music, I've got all sorts of memorabilia, I have multiple um, multiple videos from the band, from live shows and stuff like that. Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking, John. I want to do a Candy Line Riots video, a vlog on that. Get together, interview with Jordan, Michael, if I can get a hold of him, John, if I can get a hold of him, Neil, if I can get a hold of him. Yeah, I don't know about doing a whole doing a live vlog from the swimming pool. Maybe not. I mean, it's definitely not going to happen today. It's too cold today. Just like if you watch me actually drink 2 glasses of vodka like this, I'd be asleep at the end. If I did a 2-hour live stream from the pool, the end of the live stream would be going. Oh, what's this thing? This thing's an incense burner. I've had an incense burner, for a long time. This one right here, and I noticed at one point Jordan started burning incense, and he just basically had it like on a plate. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to get him an incense burner. I got him that one, and then by the time I saw him next time, he had his own, so I just kept that one. Yeah, it's this thing, Rhonda. It's kind of cool looking, right? All sorts of mushrooms around it, and all these holes are real. So smoke will come out of the holes, and there's a big hole on the top too. Just kind of an interesting conversation piece. I always try and put something interesting in the background to inspire people to talk, ask questions about it. That's what this guy's all about too. Do I buy that stuff at HEB? What, like this? I know I got that at Spencer Gifts, I think. You like to burn incense too? I got a wax burner in the back there that I use too. Hold on, I'm going to put some incense on. That's a good idea. Let's do that. I'm gonna go get some here. Just because it's good to get up and walk away from the camera every once in a while. Let's see, do I have a lighter? Yeah, there's one, I think. Oh yeah. All right. This is one of my favorite incense. It's called Dragon's Blood. I think I got it the first time just because I was intrigued with the name. Has a very interesting aroma. Yeah, I love the smell of dragon's blood. It's too, that lighter's almost dust here. And the ceiling fan is kind of affecting it a little bit. All right, I think we got to go in here now. Let's see here. We'll put that right here. And we're just going to set that right there so we can enjoy it. What I got to do is, I can't quite put it. I was thinking, figure out some way to put it right in front of the camera here, but no. Let's see. Maybe we'll put it over here. Got to deal with the fact that the ceiling fan is on, and so it's kind of blowing the smoke around all over the place. Put on a paisley shirt and smoke some pot. Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, I love. I've got several different types of incense that I like, but I really like the dragon's blood. But I got some sage and I got some jasmine. And that's those are always good. Have I been to Hawaii? Yes, I have a few times. My friend Matt, who does the Island Horizon videos that I have running there, he lives on the Big Island, and so I visited him a few times. It's been a while though. Yeah, it almost has to be if it isn't a mall if it doesn't have a Spencer's Gifts in it. I think every mall I've ever been in has a Spencer's Gifts in it. Jeff's off to Easter dinner here, huh? That sounds good. You like jasmine and lavender? Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had lavender incense. I like sandalwood too, and sage. Yeah, yeah, that's smoking really good, isn't it? We're just gonna put that right there. Almost can't see it here. No Spencer gifts there, huh? You like lilies and lilacs? Yeah, I don't. I think I've probably seen at least lilacs as an incense. I don't know if I've ever seen a lily incense. See cars parking in front of the house next door. They must be having a big Easter shindig or something. Candles you buy come in fancy holders, huh? Let's talk kitchen cabinets. Well, nothing's going on there right now. You have a coronation party for King Charles or what? You know what? I couldn't really care less. The neighbors seem really nice. There's a nice young family that lives right across the street. A nice young family just moved in next door, probably in the last year. I met them at Halloween. They came with their daughter for her first Halloween in the area. So that was a good thing to do. I'm really glad I did the Halloween this year. I wasn't sure whether people would be put off by that or drawn to it. So it was kind of a big risk, but everybody was really really nice and really appreciated the effort that I put into it. So definitely do that. And it'll be one of those things that, like with me, it builds every year. The thing that is kind of a drag about Halloween, though, is in California there was a place called the Halloween Club, and it was sort of like Spirit Halloween, but it was the Home Depot of Spirit Halloween, it was just rows and rows and rows. It was a massive warehouse kept store that had everything. I mean, those big things that I get hanging in the yard. I got those there. Most of the stuff that I have in my collection, I got at that place. And every year I would get something new and something big, and that was what sort of turned my Halloween display into what it was. But it is, Spirit Halloween. Like I said, it's almost like a convenience store for compared to what that place was. They got a few good things and they got some kind of fun, large scale things, but they just didn't have the inventory that that I could get at the Halloween Club. Now it's interesting when I started working at Silo of Screams. John Guthrie told me, "Oh yeah, there's this place online that I get all of my stuff." And that's pretty impressive too. They got all sorts of neat stuff, more for the automation and that kind of stuff. They really go high end into that. Yeah, they do the same thing here, Gene. Usually there's actually a couple stores that get turned into the Spirit Halloween. In fact, it was one store every year for the first couple of years I was here, and now Amazon has taken over that store full time and turned it into something they call bin drop, which I guess is a bunch of stuff that got returned to Amazon that they just put into brick and mortar stores and let people pick over. I've been into a couple of them, and it's just junk in there. Yeah, I have no interest in Megan or Harry. They've just turned into clowns, I think. Yeah, no, I'm afraid there's not going to be a coronation party with me. I have no interest in that really. What's the temp of the pool? I haven't looked recently. Last week there was a couple of really hot days, and so the temperature got up to 74 degrees. But it's been cold now for the past few days, so I'm sure the temperatures dropped back down again. What's considered cold in Texas? Below freezing, pretty much. And that happens sometimes. It's basically happened, one time every year since I've been here. Yeah, you're right, Janine. I mean, they did it to themselves. They got no one to blame for that but themselves. Yeah, yeah, we got some really kind of cold weather the last couple days. In fact, it was funny this past week. There was a point where I had to be outside a little bit to monitor something that was happening, and I was outside in basically just a pair of long, long pants and a t-shirt like this, and I had to be out there in it for like 2 hours, and it was like 41 degrees. I was so cold when I came in. Yeah, I don't have a tiara, people. Megan and Yoko Ono. That's true. Megan and Yoko Ono of the royal family. Absolutely. You're gonna make me a crown and a cape, huh? The hottest temperatures. Last summer it was above 100 degrees every day for about 3 months. That was really weird. But this winter and spring have been really wet. That's why I think the wildflower thing is just over the top this year. And I mean everything is really green right now. My pecan trees just in the past week have started budding out, and they're starting to get leaves now. I was starting to worry about them because it's April, and up until a week ago it was still just bare, but there's lots of leaves on there now, and they're going quick. Well, I'll tell you, I was really glad I had the pool. The pool was really nice last summer when it was hot every day. Because I mean, it was also nice in the pool. I like a pool where it's really warm, and you know, for me, it's not really comfortable pool weather until the water temperature is at least like 82 or 84 degrees. And at the hottest part of the summer, I think it was 88, 89 degrees. So it was almost like getting into a bathtub. So I really like the having the pool for that reason. 115. Yeah, I've experienced that in California. I think we're supposed to be in the 70s today and kind of getting a degree or two warmer over the next week or so. Should go to the Arboretum in Dallas. Yeah. 81 in Sarasota. Joe's recommending Spare, but Rhonda didn't like it. Yeah, I have no interest in that. Like I said, I'm not interested in anything involving the royal family. That's whatever. It's weird that there's such a temperature difference in between Sarasota and Tallahassee. Of course, maybe the 81 is what it's expected to get today, and the 60s is what it is now. Right now, I'm kind of straddling the line a little bit, Black Dot, about whether I'm office or on the floor. I'm not running the machines as much anymore because I'm doing this material handling thing until they hire a permanent replacement. And so, there's a lot of stuff in the warehouse, on the forklift, and some paperwork and making sure everybody has what they need. But I like it because it's a nice variety. I like doing something different every day. The line work, I got to the point where I'm good at it, but it's a little boring doing the same thing every day. Yeah, there's something going brewing right now, promotion wise, that I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I think I'm up for one pretty quick here. I'll definitely let you know when it happens. Yeah, yeah, this place has been really great to me. I mean, is it perfect? No, there's some things I'd change if I had the opportunity. But I like so much that management, respects me and listens to me, and they give me the opportunity to learn new things. I've already achieved more here than I did at Disney in 12 years, and I've only been here for 3 years. The sewer is backed up at your store. Oh, that's no fun. Yuck. Yeah, that sounds like no fun at all. Yeah, I hope it got cleaned up soon too. You can't have a store with raw sewage running around on the floor. That's not good. It tends to drive customers away. Yeah, I think I've had some good luck and good movements at work. I'm definitely happy with how things have gone. Yeah, I guess you don't even need to see the raw sewage. It's just the nose knows, huh? I am going to do that sometime, Susan. I do because that was an idea that somebody brought up here, and I didn't realize even the Bluebell was here in Texas. It would be a bit of a drive down there, but that would definitely be something I would do because I do like the Bluebell ice cream. I'd heard of Bluebell ice cream before I moved to Texas, but I'd never had it, and I got it when I started moving here, when I moved here, and it is really good. You were the somebody, okay. That was a part of it. I mean, there wasn't really a lot of crime, homelessness, or traffic. I mean, there's traffic everywhere in Southern California, but there wasn't. In the area I lived, which was Orange County, northern Orange County, there wasn't a lot of crime or homelessness there. So, but I did experience a lot of that because when I go visit Jordan up in Hollywood, you know, it was it was just you couldn't go anywhere without tripping over the homeless and dealing with the crime and stuff like that in the area. So I don't know. I've been in Southern California my whole life, and I wanted to change, and Waco is the place for me. California is beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful places, a lot of great environments, and you can basically get to any kind of environment, by driving for an hour or two. You can be at the beach, you can be in a desert, you can be on a mountain. It's just. But you're right. It's what the people did to it. Have a good church, Gene. Happy Easter. Yeah, I'm sure it is because Jordan was closer to it than I was. Like I said, I was in the city of Placentia, and that's North Orange County. Orange County was a pretty conservative part of the state. But yeah, Jordan was right in the middle of it. It really is. It really is. And I don't know how all the people that keep voting for that same nonsense, don't see that this is the consequences of their decisions. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, I haven't been to that area now in a few years, but when even when Jordan was still living there, you couldn't walk on the Hollywood Walk of Fame anymore because it was just all sorts of homeless people set up tents there. Well, I mean, the movie stars are all up in the hills, and so they don't really have to look at all that much. Yeah, I can't even imagine how bad Skid Row is. No, you'd think that that would be a factor too, Tracy. Oh, I'm sorry, that was directed at Beth. Sorry, I was reacting to the "can't be good for tourism" comment, and somehow I thought that that was Tracy who said that. Say, oh wait, no, that's not what happened. Best thing you can do for the homeless is get them a job. Yeah, I know. I've been following what happened in Chicago too. That's crazy. They didn't like her, Lori Lightfoot, so they got someone worse. Yeah, exactly. That's what happens, Rhonda. It becomes a place to shoot up. Feed the homeless to the hungry and solve two problems. I think there's better ways to do it. If you're going to have social programs, that's great. But the social programs need to start with being off of drugs and alcohol. Because if you're on drugs and alcohol and you're homeless, that's on you. So if you're going to be taking assistance from the state or from the country, there needs to be a requirement that you remain clean, and there has to be a requirement that you have to work, because we need to get everyone to understand that work is you have to work in order to live. That's the natural things. That's what you need. Oh yeah, I saw a lot of the mental issues in when I walked down Hollywood Boulevard with Jordan when he still lived there. You'd see people like yelling at the sky, or you know wailing on each other, or just all the scary things that you see in movies. I've seen that for real. Yeah, oh yeah, there are a lot of people that have issues that can be controlled with medication, or they just learn to cope with it. But you know, and a lot of times, we can't do anything about it because, we make the argument, hey, they want to live on the streets and be crazy. They don't want help. So, well, and I think that's what, if we're going to offer assistance to people who are homeless, like I said, they got to clean up, they got to, and they got to go out there and look for a job and keep a job and hold a job. Because we got, like I said, we got to make the connection that, you got to work to eat. There's just too many people that don't make that connection. Yeah, I'm kind of naturally a little distrustful of panhandlers too, because I've just seen too many stories of people who, are playing the system. And, maybe they aren't all doing that. It's likely they aren't all doing that, but still. I also have a little less sympathy right now for it, for people who are homeless, because like every company out there is looking for people to hire. Go get a job. They stand out at the street corner every day panhandling for money. It's like, so that means you're not doing a job, and they're just depending on suckers. Actually, is Jill Biden an actual doctor? I think she's like a doctor of education or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if we can figure that out. It's not like a conventional doctor, like a medical doctor or something. Let's see what Wikipedia says here. Yeah, she's a Bachelor of Arts in Education. So yeah, that's what she is. She is technically a doctor, but it's a doctor of education. How's the garden going? The garden's coming along. Haven't killed anything yet. Hopefully, we're going to get a good crop of stuff this year. Yeah, I've heard stories like that too, Rhonda. It's like Queen Latifah, but she ain't no queen. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, doing different varieties of peppers. I don't know. Have I put that video up yet or not? I think I probably have already. That's got to be up. Hey, apparently I'm doing a live stream. Well, maybe I haven't. Maybe I just gave you the ultimate spoiler list here because I'm looking right now. Maybe I haven't. So yeah, I got a video coming up. I guess it isn't up yet, um, but we have the garden going again. People make judgments on other people all the time. No, no more okra. What time is my live? Yeah, I think it's today. I think it's been going for an hour, 22 minutes, and 18 seconds. Might be on right now. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do okra again. Have I ever eaten a ghost pepper? No, but ghost peppers are one of the ones that I'm putting in there. So I will at some point. Well, when Flash hibernates, it's not like what people think when they think of hibernation. They think of like bears hibernating. And bears, they go to sleep and they stay asleep until they wake up. Flash, her body kind of, since she's cold blooded, her body kind of shuts down when the temperature drops below a certain level. So, if it gets really cold today, she'll go to sleep. And then if it's warm tomorrow, she'll be back up again. Need to have a ghost pepper chip review. I didn't know they had ghost pepper chips. Yeah, tacos are good. I like tacos. Well, you saw me last year when I ate a pickled habanero pepper on the live stream. Cut it into slices and ate it 4 times. I remember Rhonda commenting on it that Charlotte and Logan were saying, "No, Breck, no." Easter tacos. That actually sounds good, but not like the hard shell tacos, like street tacos. No, I didn't see the Stormy interview. I mean, she's kind of an unethical person anyway. She signs an NDA and then violates that. She needs to get sued for that. The girls are like, they don't like tacos, huh? Ah, you don't know what you're missing. They do have the chips. Huh, interesting. Some news people tried to eat them on TV and passed out from them. That's awesome. Yeah, I like really spicy too. Well, you know that. Yeah, at very least, Trump should get his money back, plus whatever damages he gets from her disclosing whatever she thinks happened. Yeah, yeah. Well, she's a porn star, so what do you expect? Yeah, but that's not going to happen. Trump likes to talk, and Trump fights back. He's part of that New York mentality. You hit him, and he hits you back twice as hard. Charlotte says she ate a spicy thing once, but paid for it twice. Ah, but that's the good thing. Yeah, I guess she's a corn star. Everybody else knows what that means, but there you go. Yeah, it's the person who makes popcorn. Tracy's going to go do an Easter cleaning. Okay. Have a good Easter, Tracy. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I hope this is my forever house. I like this place. I like the neighborhood I'm in. It's quiet at night. It's dark at night. I love the fact that there's no street lights on this block. And so it can get as dark as it needs to be. And I have enough exterior illumination on the house I can light it up if I want to. Well, she heard corn because that's what we said. It was a corn star, right? I went out for a walk last night about midnight. I mean, not pitch black, but dark, dark. I also like the fact that none of the neighbors overly light their houses. There's one house that I when I do my walk at night where they have spotlights all over the place and it lights up the whole surrounding part of the block. I would not like living across the street from those people. Okay, I get it. They're paranoid about crime, but I am kind of looking at maybe moving into management. That's kind of what that's sort of the path I see forward in this place. And, I'm known by all the right people now. So it turns out the guy who was the manager in charge of the facility I'm in retired recently. And my boss's boss's boss took the position. And that guy already knew who I was. So, in fact, it was funny because at one point I didn't know who he was, and he started referring to me by name. And it's like, okay, this guy looks like he's important. I need to know who he is, and turns out I talked to my boss's boss. I said, who is that guy? And he says, that's my boss. I was like, okay, I should probably know who he is then. So yeah, so I got to know him. I've talked to him a whole bunch, and now he's in charge of the plant. So I don't know. That's a good thing. He has a positive image of me. My boss's boss has a positive image of me. My boss has a positive image of me. That can only lead to good things, right? Always inspiring laughs at the Sear residents. Is there much crime in Waco? Not that I really hear of. Your kids are crazy like their mom. Yeah. Well, that's it. It often goes that way. Yeah, I would have to go to a lot of meetings, and that's a little bit of a drag. But I would like to be a manager who's more hands-on too. I like doing the active stuff. I wouldn't want to just sit at my desk all day long. Oh, that would be the worst thing of all here is would be to disappoint Dot because Dot has a positive image of me too. So I'm going to have to really buckle down here because I don't want to disappoint Dot. It is. It's really nice to be appreciated at work. I had problems, you know, covering up my disappointment when I was at Disney, and that kind of got me down a lot. But being shown the respect and appreciation I get from my current job, it's just such a nice feeling. Makes it fun to go to work every day. Well, it was funny you mentioned the word standby because at Disney, a person that was trained to do every position at the parade was called a standby. And I've been thinking, that's sort of what's going on here too, because in addition, everyone in the department has to be what we call a line operator. And that was what I was. I ran the machine. And then I learned another job. Then I learned another job. Now I learned another job. And now I'm to the point where I know every position in this, at least this department. And so I am sort of a standby if you think about it. I'm somebody that can drop into any position and I can basically, take over and do what needs to be done. Because some of these separate positions, there's only one or two people that do it. And so, that's kind of an important thing when, somebody's sick or on vacation, you got to have somebody that can fill in and do it. Yeah, I agree, Beth. It does make a big difference. Believe it or not, Rhonda can get quiet. Yeah, I don't believe that. I just don't. No, no, we don't have piped in music there. I wouldn't mind it if they did it, but um, currently the policy is no. And honestly, at my age, I'm probably not going to make it that high up in the company. But if I can get to like some mid-level management position, that'd be awesome. I wouldn't mind running a part of the place. I mean, I got some ideas of things I'd like to do that I think would be good for the company. And I'm kind of getting to the point now where I can make suggestions like that and at least get them considered. And I think there's a lot of low-hanging fruit that I could, do something with and really help the company. Yeah, I think you're right, Dot. I am definitely moving in the right direction. Do I ever see somebody I'd like to go out with? Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a few options there. Your place has music all day and it changes for age according to the time of day. That makes sense. Figure out who your customers are at a particular time and play music they like. I get that. Yeah, I think I have job security because unless the company went under, you know, I think I'd be one of the last ones they lay off. My boss has told me as much. He said, that I'm basically almost layoff proof because I can do every position. So, and like I said, unless the company went under or unless I screwed up really royally. Yeah, I see that too. Although I do see some very, very ambitious, very hardworking people who are young. So, you can't just stereotype them all together. But yeah, I agree. A lot of the younger people don't necessarily have the work ethic. If I live closer, you have a friend, huh? All right, well, send her to Waco. Yeah, one of my friends at work, I guess, was kind of on partial retirement, and he came back and he's working in the department. He's not really trying to move anywhere. He's just, trying to make, some decent money because he's still getting like Social Security, and I think he's limited by how much he can earn and still collect the Social Security. My direct leads are both women, and my boss is a man. If you interviewed a young person, an older person, most times you hire the older person. Well, I mean, sometimes it works the other way too. I mean, sometimes they don't want the older person because necessarily they might not be there as long. But you got to look hard to find the people that are the good workers. And I find people that are my age or older at this place that are lazy, lazy, lazy too, Rhonda. Dot's checking out. All right. Yeah. Well, we're coming to the end here. We got about 20 minutes to go, but thanks for stopping in, Dot. Good talking to you. Yeah, I think I'm getting pretty close to that too, Rhonda. Now, I don't think I'd be interested in being HR. I want to be more hands-on. I really do like the department I'm in right now, and I think there's room to grow from there. Everyone got really quiet. Let's see if we can coax the kiddies out here. Yeah, and it would totally be a desk type job too. So, I like being up and around and being active and stuff like that. I want to be in the middle of things. It did, yeah. That was the only part of the plan of relocating to Texas that didn't work out the way I'd planned it. I figured I'd have a job in 3 months, 6 at the most. I didn't figure it'd be 10. But, like I said, there were a few things that might not have been the best move for me. I was, looking at a company that sold, among other things, toilets, and I didn't get that. I was looking at the local ABC affiliate. I didn't get that. Looking at Lowe's. Thank God I didn't get that. When I do my night walks, I think that's about a mile. Um, but at work, I walk a lot too. I mean, especially when I'm doing this material handler thing, because I'm all over the place, and I walk probably 2, 3 miles a day there. So, like I said, I love being up and around and active, and I like to walk, so that's not a problem. Charlotte and Logan say Happy Easter. I'm sure Nana says Happy Easter back, Charlotte and Logan. That's what I think too, John. I think I may have maybe dated myself a little bit because I wore a suit and tie to those first interviews. Um, and when I went for this interview, I went more casual. I went business casual, and that was the job I got. Because I remember talking about that at the time. I'm gonna try a little different. Maybe this isn't a suit and tie kind of world anymore. And the truth is, my boss who interviewed me, he was wearing a ratty pair of jeans and a t-shirt. It's like, okay, well, then that's what I'll do too. Well, I dressed up, like I said, I did what they call business casual, which is, it's a nice pair of pants. I didn't do like Dockers. It was just a clean pair of Levi's and a nice shirt with a collar, button down shirt with a collar, and that was what I wore. Yeah, I know how management can suck the life out of people. Like I said, I could have maybe loved working at Lowe's. I didn't want to apply at Home Depot because I liked Home Depot too much, and I didn't want to get to the point where, I didn't want to work for a company that I liked because then if it didn't work out, um, then I can't go to the company anymore. So, and I wouldn't want to, not be able to go to Home Depot. So I figured if I was going to go to any place, it would be Lowe's. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't now. I haven't heard a whole lot from any Disney friends. I'm only in connection with a few of them. I had, when I left Disney, I deleted about 50% of my Facebook friends because most of the people that were, Disney people, I had their Facebook profiles. I was friends with them on Facebook because it was something I needed to do with work. But there's only maybe half a dozen people that I'm still in contact with there. And I don't know, I don't hear a whole lot of them talking about, the kind of issues that are going on at Disney. I don't, from outside, I don't see any differences. They're still doing all that woke nonsense. And Iger needs to get control of his employees. That's what he needs to do. I will go to Home Depot next week and get new wheels for your dishwasher cart. Okay. I'm sure they'll have that. Or something that will be a suitable replacement. Replacing them is your big project next week. Okay. It's good to have goals. Any special dinner planned for Easter? I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. I might do a cooking vlog today. I don't know. Good afternoon, Kimberly. How are you? Glad you made it in there at the end. The problem with my incense is that they burn out too quickly. So I've got to burn another one here. Got a little lighter that's almost gone here. Barely getting any flame out of it here. I think it's probably time to retire that one here. All right, some more dragon's blood. For the last 10 minutes of the live stream. One of the wheels broke off and you got a block holding it up now. Yeah, you probably want to definitely want to get a new wheel then. They closed the Brer Rabbit ride and it's the Chinese Year of the Rabbit. Yeah, that is bad timing. Logan says mommy uses matches. Yeah, I'm too lazy to use matches. I prefer to flick my Bic. I'm sorry, that still sounds nasty. Yeah, they haven't been really powerful storms, but there's been a lot of them. I've noticed that people have said that this has been a really wet spring. I hope it continues and we have a really wet winter also. Definitely want that this year because last year we didn't get a drop of rain from about May until about September. but everything is really green and beautiful. Like I said a little earlier, my pecan trees are finally starting to have some leaves. Just a week ago, I was looking at them and it's like there's nothing. It's like did these trees die off over the winter? It's like no, they're late bloomers. Yeah, it was. It was incredibly hot last year. Like I said, I mean, it's usually hot in the summer, but my experience is summers are usually, peak out in the mid 90s. There was like a 90-day period where we didn't have a temperature drop below 100. That was a really weird one. No, Darth is really obsessed with the taco vlog. So wet and really mucky here, huh? Yeah, I know. I like it when it's wet and rainy. Tacos are good. Maybe I can find some good street taco recipe here. I would bet you I could Google that and find something. Yeah, I mean, I'm not as much into hard tacos, hard shell tacos. Gotta be soft tacos. Those are good. You set your front yard is solid mud, huh? Yeah, I mean, my yard, I was concerned about the lawn. I don't know. I'm still paranoid oh, there we go. There's my mom called in. Happy Easter. You there?
Still on?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, for a couple more minutes. Are you there? I think I lost her. Let's try this again here. Wow, having a problem getting the phone working here, huh?
Well, getting technology working is. Can you talk now?
No, I mean, we're still on the live stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want, that's fine.
Okay, I just wanted to call in and say Happy Easter to you and your viewers, and if they can hear or if you can
No, they hear you.
Okay, that's good. So, what'd you talk about in your 2 hours today?
Oh, let's see. We talked about the homeless situation. We talked about food, like we're always talking about. I got a serious request to do a vlog on tacos.
Oh.
So who knows? Maybe that could happen. I like tacos.
Yeah. Do you have a special recipe or a special sauce or something?
Well, I got all those hot sauces, so we could do something with that, definitely. But I'm thinking, I could probably find a good street taco recipe online somewhere.
I'm sure. I'm sure there's hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And interesting. So,
Charlotte and Logan, say hi.
Hi, Charlotte and Logan. Happy Easter to you. Did you hunt for eggs this morning?
I don't know how much of that they do because of their allergies.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Maybe their parents give them stuff that isn't food. Then maybe.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. So they were all on today.
Well, they're all on now.
Good. Good. Well, I just got up out of bed. I'm dressed and going to have lunch here pretty soon. So I thought, well, I'll call. Well, I looked at the clock and I thought, woo, you're almost done.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. We're going to go for another few minutes, and you can You can be here for that. Nobody minds you calling in. Everybody's
Okay.
saying Happy Easter to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Linda, Star Saber, Rhonda, Kimberly, Donna. John wants to know how your health is coming along.
It's coming okay. My incision is doing fine, except my right leg kicked in because it thinks it has to help the incision, because according to my leg, I'm sick, and I'm really not.
Okay.
But it thinks I am, and so it's got to kick in and help. Of course, it's just doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's when I'm in PPT.
Yeah.
Or it's get my walking under control again.
Right.
So,
well, that's sort of a necessary prerequisite for you to get back into your apartment.
That is definitely
because
true.
They can't have you being confined to your bed all the time. You got to be able to move around.
No, that's true. I can be in my chair or in my walker, but
yeah.
But they will come here before I can go back. The nurse will come from there and check me out. So then we'll know what they can do. I'm going to need a little bit of help.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to see how it goes and what she says.
All right. So Rhonda says the girls got new dresses and trucks. And then she replied, Logan says, Logan says, I got a dump truck. So that's awesome.
Yeah. You're gonna go out and fill it up.
Well, Rhonda was just saying the whole front yard is full of mud, so maybe Logan can use the dump truck to move the mud away.
Get the mud away.
Yeah.
They can get into it. What a mess! You want that kind of a mess?
Yeah, I know. That's it. You're bringing a couple of dirty girls back into the house.
Boy, I guess. Along with their dirty clothes, it's going to be dripping all over. But it's fun, and they go play in the mud. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Charlotte says they have a wheelchair at her house, so that Jessica, or their older daughter, uses. And if you want, Charlotte and Logan will push you around if you want.
Oh.
But the catch is you got to go visit them.
I know it. Or they got to come visit me.
Right.
It's just kind of the way it is.
John says they hope they have good food for you on Easter and not the usual.
Well, this is the usual, believe me.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what they'll do for dinner. I do not know, or even for lunch. I don't know. Lunch is coming before dinner, so.
Mm-hmm. So have you watched your church service yet?
No, I have not. I figured it would be 9:30, 10:30. It's probably over now, but sometimes it doesn't go up.
Okay, so you don't watch it live then?
I could. I just didn't do it this morning.
Okay, right.
I could do it that way.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of the way it is with me too, because your church is they're on YouTube just like I am. Their channel is just like mine, and so I know in the case of my live streams, I immediately when the live stream is over, I move it to private and let it sit at private for a couple hours while YouTube does all its processing and configuring and all of its work. Yeah. And then I go in and manually place the ads, and then it goes live, and then you end up with a quality product. Because if you watch it like in the first hour after I finish broadcasting, what you end up with is a really kind of low quality, low resolution copy because they haven't processed it yet, and the quality isn't there. And so, that's not necessarily only just for you; that's for all the viewers too. That's why my videos why my live videos disappear for a couple hours after I shoot them. That's why. It's because I want to let YouTube do its thing, and then I'll usually. And I also want to go and remove the ads. I've talked to you about this before, Mom. But YouTube, sometimes they'll put 50 or 60 ads in a 2-hour video, and I'll spend like 3 minutes deleting all the ads because it's like, okay, I want ads, I want a little ad revenue from it, but I figured TV usually does one every about 15 minutes. So that's what I do, is an ad every 15 minutes. And I think that's about right. I don't think that's pushing it too much. I can't stand ads myself. So,
No.
I'm not going to unleash them on people more than I have to.
No. Well, church doesn't have any ads in it, so
Mhm.
you don't have to.
Don't have to deal with that.
It does take a little while for them to get it up, so you can see it.
Right. Well, and I mean, and it depends on how many people watch the church too. There's like a minimum requirement. You have to have like 1,000 subscribers, and I would best bet that maybe your church doesn't have 1,000 subscribers.
No, I'm sure not. I'm sure not.
Because I didn't get ad revenue right off the bat. That took a while, and it actually took a big push from Jordan.
Oh, I see.
Because I remember texting Jordan one day and says, "Yeah, I'm like 10 viewers or 10 subscribers away from hitting the threshold so I can monetize my channel." And he says, "Hold on, I'm going to take care of this." And a couple minutes later, he started a live stream on his channel called Breck Needs Your Help. And within 24 hours, I blew past the 1,000 subscriber number, and it was like 3/4 of the way to 2,000. So I mean, that's the impact Jordan has, and that's the support I get from him, and
Sure.
and now I'm approaching about 5,000 subscribers, so I'm doing good.
Yeah, that is good. So, and then you wait about 2 hours until you get it the way you want it, and then
right.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. It might be up here pretty soon because I don't think the 9:30 service even goes an hour. So.
Right. And if that's the one they're posting, then 9:30 service would have been over at 10:30, right?
Yeah.
And it's 11 there, so if they're not waiting to render it and insert ads, it's just a matter of how long it takes for YouTube to make it ready.
Right. Yeah. I was surprised when I was figuring out how to do your stuff. We talked about that last night,
Mm-hmm.
but it already on the Bethany site. It was already last night. They had that the service was going to be up whatever number of hours it was,
mm-hmm.
starting whatever. So they were advertising it and stuff. So I haven't seen that before. Maybe this is kind of a big day. So
yeah, maybe. I mean, I could put ads up and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Advertising something that's going to come up, but
yeah.
Logan says that they're on their way to you so they can push you around in your wheelchair.
Oh.
But then Rhonda says Logan has no sense of time, so she says they'll be there in an hour.
Oh. Well, that would be very fun to see you guys.
Yeah.
But I don't know that they'd let you push me around in here.
Yeah, you'll have to wait till she gets back to her apartment.
Right. Then you could.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, John. That's part of the thing too. I think if I fed that many ads to people would stop watching. I notice it seems odd to me, but a lot of people watch these live streams.
I'm sure they do.
And I mean, sometimes it's more because I'll sit there. What I get is on YouTube there's an analytics channel that tells me how my channel's doing. Tells me, and it will break down on a day-by-day basis how many views I get on my channel. And it's funny, Sundays are always the peak.
Oh, I bet.
And so, and I think it's probably twofold. It's probably the Saturday video and the live stream, because I think a lot of people don't watch my vlogs when they go up, right when they go up at 8 o'clock at night. I think they sometimes wait till the next day. And if they have that and the live stream, then then they just have a lot to watch. But anyway, let's see. What am I missing here? Lindex says she remembers Jordan's vlog when we did that. Okay, Charlotte says they're going to go clean your place, so it's all clean when you come home.
Oh, wow.
That sounds like a good deal.
That would be a very good deal.
Yeah.
You could go up and help Breck's sisters.
Yeah.
Going in there and well, she did go in the refrigerator and pull out a lot of stuff that wasn't good anymore.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, but I bet you that's an issue.
Oh yeah. So I brought a whole bunch of trash outside for them to. We put our bags of trash right out by the main sidewalk.
Right. Yeah, I guess I've seen that.
Yeah. So then they come and pick it up. But she said this one was really heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet. Rhonda says she plays my channel when they're at home for the dogs.
She does?
She does what? She plays my channel at home when they're not home to keep the dogs entertained.
Oh.
I know Jordan used to do that with Jaw too. When we go out and go on a vlog and be gone for a while, Jordan would always try and find something to put on for Jaw to watch. That's funny. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up this video. Give me a second, Mama, and we'll continue with this. But I'm going to wrap up the live stream for today. Thanks everyone for watching. I had a great time. Happy Easter, everyone, and I'll see you next week. Good night.
Yeah. So it's